My name is Marcia Owens. I'm from New York City. And for a couple of years now, I've sort of been a little worried that maybe I was demented. First of all, I would not follow conversations that well. And oftentimes I would make a mistake. Somebody would say something and I would answer with something that didn't particularly make sense. For example, a checkout lady saying to me, "It's my birthday today." And I said, "Oh, happy birthday." And she said, "What?" And I said, "What did you say?" And she said, "I said, I'm taking care of you today." And I started wondering, was it my hearing or was it really something else? In addition to that, when I was on my cell phone in the street, I would always put it on speakerphone and put it to my ear, and I still couldn't hear. And then I started getting postcards in the mail from Audio Help, and I thought, forget this. But then I thought maybe that's a good idea. And so at that point, I decided I ought to check it out. Things got even worse, which is another example is just going to see Matilda, and these young girls are singing, and I couldn't understand a word they were saying. And when they would speak, it made no sense. And I was constantly disrupting people, asking, "What's going on?" And so finally, it was time to really have it done. So that's how I ended up here. I was extremely worried that, here I get a postcard in the mail that says, "Come on in for a free screening." And I'm thinking, this could be really cheesy. But I showed up, and it was a beautiful office, and I met Jessica Woodson, who was just amazingly lovely and really put me at ease, because it's really embarrassing to say, I'm not that old, am I, that I'm having trouble hearing? It's a little embarrassing. She explained everything in such a professional way, and I felt really at ease. And I had the test, and what she explained to me was exactly what was wrong, which is that I couldn't hear high decibel sounds, and that explained an awful lot. She then showed me all sorts of things that these hearing aids could do, and it was like a gift. It was like, are you kidding me? You mean I'll be able to hear the words in a song? I've never been able to understand words in a song. They always just seemed like a blur. And it was interesting, the day I came in, we had guests visiting from New Zealand. And when I had said hello to them in the morning, I couldn't understand their young son speaking to me. He was about 12. But when I had the hearing aids in, I understood everything he said. It was very clear. Not only is the office very professional, but any time I had a problem, I could call Jessica. She always called right back. And I was really happy. But I wasn't convinced yet. I started calling friends. I started asking about, where do you get hearing aids, what you should do. It seems awfully expensive. Maybe I should do something else. They told me about, you can get them on the internet, you can go to Costco. They also told me, other things, and I thought, well, maybe I should try that. And then other people told me the experience you have with the person who's helping you is really important, that they're going to be with you for a while, and that they can really adjust it to you, because basically hearing aids all amplify sound. It's whether it's amplified for your particular need. And then I was told that many people threw away hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars on hearing aids that just didn't work for them, but that if you get the really new ones that are digital, such as the ones that Audio Help has, that they really serve you for a really long time. And I thought, okay, but I'm still not convinced. So I called my doctor and asked for a referral for hearing aids. And he sent me to a doctor. And I went in, and the insurance claim basically said, okay, for today, you're going to have your ears, nose, and throat checked. And I thought, but I don't need that. I just need hearing aids. So I went up to the desk and I asked them, I just really need hearing aids. And they said, oh, the people who help us, they don't come in today, but they're just around the corner. And it was Audio Help. So that was it. I was done. I knew I was in the right place. And from the minute I got them to now, I'm just really happy with them. It works really well for me. Well, there's a couple of things. Hearing aids have really made a difference in my life in terms of the quality of life. My daughter used to tell me, you know how you spell mom? L-O-U-D. And once I got hearing aids, she told me that I spoke much more softly, which is interesting because I can hear myself. In addition to that, it used to be that I would walk into a restaurant, and if there was a lot of noise, I would just shake my head and do all the social cues of, oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I get it. And I wouldn't hear a thing they said. I never heard the beginning of a story or the end. I never heard the punchline. I would laugh like everybody else to be part and included. And later, I would ask my daughter to repeat things, and she thought I was demented also. So this was not good. But once I got the hearing aids, and Jessica helped me by putting in a special party line, which meant that it actually, focused my hearing on just like at a 45-degree angle. Not only could I hear, but I could participate, and I didn't have to ask for things to be repeated. In fact, there were times when I would hear and other people couldn't. So that was really a big change. In addition to that, I also have this special thing for the television sets so that my husband doesn't have his fingers in his ears because I need it turned up so loud in a room that's really very cavernous. This one, I hear it through the Bluetooth, which means that it's just for me. I hear it perfectly well, what's being said on TV. I don't have to interrupt anybody. I don't have to say, would you just, replay that because I didn't hear what they said. I get it now. So this really has made a huge difference in my life in terms of just being able to be social again, and the anxiety of being demented is gone. I've actually talked to a number of people. I think first is, the issue of your dignity. On one hand, you're embarrassed to admit that you have a problem, but on the other hand, it's a worse problem if people are constantly having to repeat for you or saying, aren't you listening? Or you really need hearing aids, and it gets embarrassing after a while. I think the best advice I got that I would share is the fact that you need a relationship with the person who you're working with so that they can fine-tune the hearing aids for you. It should also be really convenient. I thought about going to Costco, but for me, living in New York City, I would need a $16 cab ride to get over there, and I'm sure that I wouldn't be seeing the same person every day. So even though I'd be saving some money initially, the output is going to be tremendous, and I don't know there's a turnover rate in stores like that. Online, I wouldn't know what the heck I was getting, and I probably would have trouble returning them if they didn't work, and I wouldn't have someone to talk to about whether or not they were working or what should I do. Sometimes it's just a filter that's plugged. Sometimes something needs to be changed, or maybe you need new batteries or something. But that's the kind of service that you get at AutoHelp that really makes a difference for me. It's the personal experience that I'm going to be looking for over the next couple of years and probably forever. But it makes a big difference, and your quality of life is enhanced beautifully. And you don't need all the programs right away. You use them as you need them. So rather than waiting until you really can't hear anything, it's better to get it now and adjust to it. So that's what I would say.